Howdy folks, welcome to the Stan the Joe Man Show. I am Stan the Joe Man. I've got Whitfield with me and a song in my fart. Here we go. Throwing out to all the motherfuckers who continue to stand with Donald Trump. You're more than a jag-off, more than a jag-off. Every night MAGA boys to pics of Donald Trump they whack off. America's forsaken, for granted they've taken their own freedoms like the brains just walked away. Da, 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 da. Rock on, Brad Delp, rest in peace. Brad and I, we used to share the same barber up there on the North Shore in Boston. Hey, Joe, Swamp Scott. Brad Delp killed himself very creative. I was sad when Brad Delp of Boston died. Make no mistake about that. Because like I say, I didn't know Brad. We didn't converse much. We might have had 2 exchanges ever. But I would see him come in from time to time to get his hair cut and everything. And he looked homeless half the time. But he was a super nice guy that I can remember. And Joe certainly liked him. And, you know, he tipped his barber. And that's always fucking important. That's important. Tip your barber, asshole. Brad was a tipper. He was also creative when he decided to kill himself. Now, I don't have the medical examiner's report or the police report or anything in front of me. But to the best of my recollection, Brad Delp not only ran a hose from the exhaust of his car up through his bathroom window with everything all sealed up and blocked up, but he also had a barbecue grill in there. No shit. A charcoal barbecue grill that he lit up, I guess just to make, you know, that last big burger in the sky. And yeah, he died of carbon monoxide poisoning in his own bathroom. I don't know if he's in the bathtub or not. I don't remember. I thought the grill was unique and interesting. You want to talk about the Last fucking Supper, there you go. Yeah, and if it's bad, you can throw it up right there in the toilet. You don't want to make a mess or shit your pants before you die. You want to leave that for somebody to clean up because they're going to be talking about that forever. Brad didn't do any of that. They found him, they took him away, and yeah, the rest is history. It was just a real interesting. I'm curious to know what kind of grill he used. There's got to be a fucking endorsement deal in there somewhere.
Didn't know, couldn't see what was around the corner from me. Let's go. Check me out, my legs are moving. Dance real smooth, gotta keep it grooving. Take it fast, take it slow, sing it all day. Come on, let's go. Can't get enough of these crazy moves. Slide on by, now that's real smooth. Throw your hands up in the air, bounce on by, let down your hair. Starting my fire. Now that's real nice. Fill me up. Come on, get loose. You take me high. Let's go, 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 go.
Let's get right into it. Thank you for the iced tea, baby. I've been teabagged. All right. Eggs sold in Oklahoma have had a big recall. Pay attention to the eggs you're eating and everything, apparently. Here comes the salmonella contamination again. Yeah. Speaking of the shits and throwing up and all that shit. Yeah. Eggs. They're going to charge you out the butthole to bleed out the butthole. I was happy to see some good news come out of Oklahoma. This is a good news, bad news show combo, okay? We're going to talk about a number of things here, just stuff top of the headlines. I was happy to see that means the universe, says the father of a 3-year-old cancer patient. Thousands packed a Oklahoma tattoo fundraiser. Oklahoma tattoo fundraiser. And they raised over $30,000 to allow the father to be right there with his daughter through those treatments. Mr. Rodrigo, I just pray to God ICE leaves you alone. Yeah. Because if ICE takes that little girl or you, bye-bye treatments, and they'll probably take the money too. Oklahoma has got another fucking child molester on the loose. Logan D. Palmer strolled out of the Jackie Brennan Correctional Center. I'd like to have some fucking words with Jackie. Huh? What the fuck are you doing down there at the Correctional Center? What are you correcting? Being that they're just walking out the front fucking door. Violent sex offenders. Walked around 335 yesterday, 41 years old. He's serving a 10-year sentence, but of course, they cut him loose early. I remember that one guy they cut loose early here in Oklahoma. He got a big fat sentence. They cut him loose after just a few years. He went straight out, got another fucking little 7, 8-year-old girl, raped her, murdered her. Raped her, murdered her. Oklahoma houses a lot of dangerous inmates. They house all the shit here. Yeah. You know who voted for it? Ruby Red Oklahomans. They voted for we have the big transfer facility right there in Oklahoma City. John Gotti, all the big fucking names, even the cartels and everything, they're all kept there at one time or another right here in Oklahoma. It's pretty dangerous, tight security place, not too far from the Air Force Base. Happy to see that my old acquaintance, Mark Wayne Mullen, is finally feeling some tension. Are you feeling some fucking tension and some fucking pressure, Mark Woman Mullen? Being that you've been murdering Americans on the street in cold blood and no fucking pardon is going to save you. You're going to be held accountable. You don't get to shoot somebody in the back 11 motherfucking times and then drop and play the heroic victim, the stoic one, with your fucking pardon. You can wipe your dick off with the pardon, because I guarantee you, when the dust settles and everything is quieted down, you've got some really serious, highly pissed off people looking for you. You should be afraid, because people are going to remember where you're standing and what you're doing right now. And I told you, Mark Wayne, over the fucking phone. Yeah, he called me. This is true. And we spoke on the phone for a good long time. And he told me, well, I'm not a never Trumper. You should be. I told him, you anchor yourself, Mark Wayne, to this motherfucker. He's going to destroy you. He's going to pull you right down with him. And Mark Wayne Mullen, what did he do as a congressman? Jump through motherfucking hoops to protect daddy. First, by being the first senator anywhere out of Oklahoma to block an investigation into a predator, sex offender, child molester. He blocked it. He stopped that investigation. He prevented the American people from seeing it and mocked them for daring us to see it, if it was true. Because according to Mullen, even if it was, who cares? They'll get over it. Mullen himself said, do it anyway. Ask for forgiveness instead of permission. They're not going to do anything. These are words that have left his fucking mouth. Was he right, Oklahoma? I ain't seen you do shit. But bow down to these motherfuckers. We're still pink in the approval department. The approval department of fucking Donald Trump. That means the majority of Oklahomans still sign off on all of Donald Trump's murder, child molestation, and crimes, both international and domestic. You can't and won't be part pregnant. You're everything Donald Trump is. Everything. You wear it with pride. Stay with me. You need to stay with me. You'll be thankful you did. Whether one way or another, you'll be grateful. You stuck around instead of turning it off, chicken shit. Go the full ride with me, would you? Because I understand sometimes the river in this country flows both ways. I'm glad you're feeling tension, Mark Wayne Mullen. This is the fucking fear and tension you should have felt years ago when you were defending that cocksucker, and you get what you get, boy. I know what I am. And unfortunately for you, I know what you are, too. Oil surging past $100 a barrel, of course, because the Red Sea is shut down. Donald Trump, of course, is threatening a big military blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. blue-blooded cadet bone spurs pussy. You don't know what you're saying or talking about, big talker. You burned through all of our ammunition and accomplished nothing. You've made things worse. Iran has control of the fucking strait. What did I tell you? I don't give a fuck how big your gun is, Cherry, if you don't know how to use it or have the backbone to use it. You're as good as dead because they'll take it away from you and use it on you. That's not myth, you little cocksuckers. Trump says that Saudi Arabia, as long as they suck Ben Netanyahu's dick, they can have a nuclear deal. That murdering, cocksucking, spoiled brat, murdering, fucking tyrant prince is allowed to have nuclear weapons and nuclear power and all this other shit. Who knows? It shows Donald Trump is willing to suck a dick and go to bed with anybody as long as it serves him. Him, not America, him. I don't know what it's going to take to get you fucking morons to jump off the ship. Let's look at the drought maps here in Oklahoma. As you can see, look, I got to be honest with you, it's not too bad. We had a real good rainy spring. You know, we didn't do too bad last year, so the droughts aren't too severe. We're still below normal, at least around here and everything. But it's probably going to get, worse in August. It's going to happen. I mean, it's not the worst we've ever had it, not the best. I don't see any real precipitation over the next week and a half. And I'm not a weather guy. Oklahoma, Mother Nature around here is one bipolar bitch. One bipolar bitch, and I am not shitting you when I say you can put on shorts and a short sleeve shirt to go to fucking work here in Oklahoma, and by afternoon it'll be snowing. Snowing. That isn't fucking fiction. Jinx, Oklahoma. When I went to work the morning in Tulsa, it was beautiful outside, 60-something degrees and getting warmer, and a freak afternoon bottom fallout, Mother Nature on the rag. I don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah, her water broke and she spit a foot of snow out on us that afternoon. People were all over the fucking road in their flip-flops and bathing suits. It was a fucking nightmare. I had to steal a snow shovel from the Reesers and Jinx just to dig my truck out of a fucking snowdrift. I still have that snow shovel to this day, yeah. The statute of limitations has run out. It's a fucking snow shovel, a nice one. Yeah, I had the money, but nobody give a fuck. What am I babbling about? Oh yeah, the news. Donald Trump is threatening the Houthis with major military punishment. I don't understand why Donald Trump is still in office. He's systematically destroying this country, and he's firing Republican-appointed federal judges who won't violate their oath for him. This is true. Donald Trump, if you're a federal judge and you do your job and you uphold law, you're going to be terminated by Donald Trump for not violating your oath and serving him over America. That is the face of MAGA Republicans. It's happening right now, but they won't look at it. Protesters. I'm going to take you another direction now. Pay attention. Because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing this shit. Washington Post is telling us how protesters are gathering up there in Madison after a man was fatally shot by a police officer. Gather all you want, and that's fine. That is your constitutional right. And I know you're proud to be black. But maybe we should muzzle and shelve some of that motherfucking race pride. Because anyone who's so proud of a fucking race is the first to fucking use it as an excuse. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what color you are. If the police are doing a job that is hard, they have to deal with real maggot shit every day to keep our streets so we can walk down our own fucking streets if that's possible anymore. But if they tell you to do something, you have to understand they're there on behalf of the law. You're probably the reason why they're there. You're gonna fucking comply because they are there to uphold law. And you're not above it, you fit-throwing fucking sovereign citizen jack-offs. You tie up the majority of police officer time by not complying and doing what you're told so they can get you on your way and get through that investigation. The only people who fight them are the guilty fucks, or the people who don't feel the rules apply to them. Like this fella up here in Madison, Wisconsin, who not only didn't comply when they were there with an arrest warrant for him, instead of being a man and accepting the responsibility for his own fuck-ups, he decided he was going to fight the cops, and he pulled a knife and actually injured an officer before they shot him dead. Tough shit. He brought a knife to a gunfight and died. Stupid ass. Did you know it doesn't have anything to do with fucking black? I know you don't. Because you're black suddenly becomes a fucking excuse. I grew up in an Indian family. You haven't met bigots until you've been around a tribe of fucking Indians. My grandmother, on the other hand, Shawnee Indian, beautiful woman, didn't have a fucking racist bone in her body. We go to Walmart Discount City when I was a little boy. And I remember her always hugging black women and Mexican women and white women too. And they'd all be talking. My grandma was a hugger to other women that she knew as friends, co-workers. My grandmother built a home and raised almost a dozen kids working as a cleaning lady for Frank Phillips Petroleum. She not only cleaned the offices, but she cleaned the house too. She told me the story about how Jane had been in one time and she didn't see Frank, but Jane was at the house and she was invited to have tea with Jane Phillips. She said, I obliged. I drank it. It was good. It's not my kind of tea. I like cold tea. I don't like hot tea, but we had hot tea and it was good. I just wanted to finish cleaning the basin so I could get out of there. She built the house too, off being a cleaning lady. She was honorable, and when times was hard, she made her own corn liquor back in the day and sold it off the back porch, and nobody knew how to make corn liquor quite like her. She was the best. Life goes around, My Irish side of the family, who at one point resided in the same town I grew up in, it's so funny to hear the stories about how religious they were, strict Catholic. Irish Catholic. It's so funny to hear the stories, urban legends around town about how my very strict Irish Catholic grandparents, well, they were customers of my grandmother on the Indian side. That's America to me. It's not an excuse. It's just everybody cohabitating, living, being happy together, surviving together, and taking care of one another. It's not worth mentioning. I don't want to make a big deal, but I picked up a fellow today, a foreign fella. He was an elderly man in his probably late 60s, and he was walking with all these bags of groceries. I didn't know how far he was walking. I thought he was walking to the apartments across the street from the grocery store where I'd seen him. But after I'd taken care of some business across town, I was driving back through Henrietta, and there he was, strolling down the street with all those groceries. As hot as it was, of course, I picked him up and I drove him where he was going, south of town. You can't do that all the time, and it's dangerous to do that sometimes, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. Just to make sure somebody doesn't stroke out on the side of the road. It's going to be 104 fucking degrees this Sunday. Have you watered your animals? Have you watered the backyard? Have you done anything to try to make the things that have to live outside comfortable? It's got to be brutal for them. You're supposed to love and appreciate all living things. Stop using your race as an excuse. I lived on both sides of it. Half of me's Irish, the other half of me's Indian. I've got a roll number. I've got all the benefits of being Indian, but even my own grandmother said, don't take it. My grandma said, I built my own house with my own hands, and nobody can hold a cloud over my head for it. She said, they're going to offer you the world. My advice, don't take it, Stanley. I took her advice. I have my own house now. I got a place to rest my head, and once you got that, you're halfway home. Last thing I want to talk about, and then I'm out of here. I'll quit babbling. I gave out some great advice yesterday on the show. I hope you heard. If you're looking to get laid, you have to understand, fat boy, mopeds are street bikes. Not enduros, not dirt bikes, not meant for off-road. So, when you're the only fat fuck who doesn't have a bike today with pedals because you can't breathe going uphill, yeah. The last thing you want to do is show off how much better you are than everybody by taking a street bike off-road, because you're not getting fucked tonight, stupid. You're going home to spank your monkey. The pictures of Donald Trump? I hope not. Bye, con Dios, mi amigos. You don't see him much anymore, but yeah. That's why I had to stop and take some pictures. Bye, con Dios, mi amigos.